All right, so here we go again. So I ran out of time there. Wasn't able to get into the banner on that last video, but we're gonna definitely talk about it in this one, as well as a couple of the other losses that I picked up from just not being in the zone. This one was a win. This was pretty straightforward with Lynn here, and Ike kind of wanted to get Sethith on this team, but ended up not doing it. It is what it is. It works either way, with or without him. I kind of saw the Surtur here, and I was like, can Lynn take out this Surtur? And you'll see the Surtur build. I was like, whoa, this is a very invested Surtur, like a million HP, and it just doesn't even matter. Like, Lynn still takes him out, which is interesting to say the least. You'd think that with all of that bulk and stats and HP, he'd live, but yeah, damage is just insane. Yeah, a lot of damage. Yeah, wow. But yeah, banner. Looks cool, Christmas banner. We finally have an alt for Gatekeeper. It's been years coming, and we finally got an alt for Gatekeeper. It kind of makes me voice actor. That is probably why. But he's been available. I mean, the voice strike was like just this year, no? And he's been available before, so could be a factor, could not be a factor. I don't know, but definitely good to see him in, and he looks like a good unit. He looks like in terms of like what you would use him as, an armored unit makes sense, because like I don't see him being a cav. That would be weird. So it's really armored or infantry. It's good that there's a change, a switch in terms of movement type at the very least, so you get some variety in your Gatekeeper ults. Hopefully we can get a couple more, because he is Gategoat is the best of the best at warp blocking and all of that stuff, and he's looking like he'll do a good job, or continue to do a good job in that arena at the very least, of being a mobility inhibitor. He has the bulwark. Does he have bulwark? I think I'm making that up. He has the warp denial within 4 spaces instead of 3, which is it 3? Yeah, 3 that you normally get from High Dragon Wall. The ones that we have currently. He just does it better. Since I guess he was the one that introduced it. Pass still works, of course. I don't like. Some people have been saying that you need some type of anti-pass, but that's like creating a problem and then selling a solution that's exactly to counter the thing that it would make no sense. Don't do that. Put more. There's things in the game that currently inhibit pass, like the terrain, which makes it so that you can't go to that spot because there's ice or something there. There's something blocking you from going to that particular spot that you would like to initiate from. So I don't think they need to create an anti-pass. Just more stuff that can. Well, then again, that's probably not a good thing to have. Anti-pass would also slow you down in any case. So let's not go down that route. But he is a good unit in my opinion. I like what he does. Damage output wise, look at the Surtur. 95. And he still just explodes by Lynn. It's like wow. But yeah, I think Gatekeeper damage wise, this is the hardest hitting Gatekeeper that we've had. Well, this is the only other Gatekeeper that we've had. He's not been a bagpacker or anything, so he's definitely looking like he's going to hit pretty hard. Reflex support. Man, I have been needing that, so I'm definitely going to be summoning for this unit, because I need reflex support. I think skipping out on that Ash was a mistake on my part. The bouquet Ash on my part, that was probably a mistake, because the drive reflex support is definitely something that's very helpful, I think, on defense. When you don't want to put, I think having Black Knight is just better, of course, but off season, just to not take that score loss, I would love to have an alternative, and I'm looking to maybe fit Gatekeeper into that mold of being the alternative. He doesn't have to be a save. I can probably swap out that. I don't know why they keep pushing those physical save skills. I'd probably swap that out. Maybe even I think the base is probably from near save or something. I think he'd be an okay near saver. colorless, no weapon triangle advantage or disadvantage versus that one red cav fear. Maybe he could tank a hit from Camilla. We could see. Man, this four-side snare is really annoying. Another thing about it that I kind of hate, and another thing that you should probably pay attention to when you're tanking or supporting your tank with Alfador and his support bonuses, because this is taking really long. Normally in a tanking situation, the other team would have come down with at least 4 units by now, and I would have been able to take out more of them on that turn. Had I realized that this would have just created a bottleneck because of the Force Knight Snare that I copied from Iron Dollar, I probably wouldn't have done that and just thrown Ike up further onto the defense tile. Or maybe I would have still done it, but then put him on the defense tile so I could have someone else initiate. Because now this is just like a... Yeah, this is turn 3. We should have had more units gone by now. So this is not ideal. You really want to be careful when you're using Alfador supporting your Omni tank. It's actually kind of annoying, to be honest. But yeah, Gatekeeper looks fantastic. Love the reflex damage. Looks like he's going to be really bulky, high res, and high defense. I think. I forget what his defense was looking like, but definitely high res. Guaranteed follow-up. The preferential skills might not age the best, especially being in the B, but then also looking at B skills for save units, there just aren't that many great ones. You might as well accept the perf. Because yes, it won't age well, but I mean, you can swap it out when something better comes out, and I don't think there's anything that's really good for armors right now aside from Shield Fighter, Hardy Fighter, Shield Fighter. There's just like the others just don't offer you enough defensive support, because it's you just get hit so much harder if you don't have Hardy Fighter, Shield Fighter, and you need a way to survive these hits. I think like Rhea probably has one of the best ones currently. In terms of B skills. Pair up on Corrin is fantastic because she's fast, which means she's not getting doubled, and also gives her some additional flat DR. But you can't really run that on like a Black Knight because he's so slow. Slow armors definitely need something else in their B skill to make them tankier. And they've been trying to do that. They've been giving us, different variations of these B skills, the Vengeful, the Special Fighter. They've been giving us different variations of these skills, but they just have not been at the level or even close to Shield Fighter, which maybe you don't want that in the game because then nothing would die. But I mean, we're still killing things that have Shield Fighter, so is it that much of a problem? I'm looking at, like, you're going to see in some of these replays that Comet on Chez is insane. You're still able to do big numbers with a special, even though there's so much special flat damage reduction. That's probably just a Chez specific type of deal, because she just has a lot of insane scaling in terms of damage output. Also, that new Lysithea kind of does the same thing, but yeah, I feel like we're at the stage where we can get better B skills for armored units now. I think it's on the horizon. I don't know who the unit will be that will have it, but we're definitely going to get something that's kind of closer to the level of Shield Fighter. We're getting closer and closer to it. Pure Up is kind of an indication of that as well, I feel. But that has to be seen. That's in the future. I think this Gatekeeper is fantastic. Playstyles, I don't know. I don't think you really want him as a save, to be honest. I think he's more of a support unit. I think you can definitely drop the save skill and run him on a team with an Omni tank, or make him the Omni tank because he's bulky enough. You'd be concerned about him getting doubled, but I'm sure that there's ways to patch that up, or just increase his defensive bulk overall so that he takes less damage. And I think he'll do fine with the reflex support. He's good. He's good support. You're going to use him a lot in the same vein as the original Gatekeeper, the Brave version. Just sitting in the back, the 3x3, that support range is fantastic. He doesn't have to be within 2 spaces, within 3 spaces, just columns and rows, and that's just fantastic for him. That's where he wants to be. That's his zone. So definitely looking forward to trying to get him. We got like a bunch of sparks on that banner, which is common, and we got plenty of time to get there. It's December 14th, man. Wow. December 14th. Next week is the 21st. Year is almost over.
I'll
wow.
do it.
What do I need to? Okay, next week. Okay. But yeah, Gatekeeper looks fantastic. Who else? We got Alfred. Alfred, I think. Yeah. He looks good as well. Fast save unit. Definitely need more of those. I don't know how I'm going to get pots here. I don't think I can get both of them. But let's see. Well, that was a question I had in my head. How do I get the pots here? I'm looking back at it. I don't really see a way that I would have been able to get both of the pots successfully because of the +1 movement on Ike here. I was trying to figure out if I could use the bulwark here to my advantage, but I just couldn't figure it out. Still can't. But yeah, Alfred, great talent. I love that they're incorporating more of that into the game. Giving it to Alfred just makes sense because that was the thing. Like, you look back at the first Alfred that came out with his improver thing. If they ever get refined or whatever, giving him great talent just makes sense. It's the perfect supplemental skill for him to make him better because he scales so high off his defensive stats. And him being a far save, like I saw it originally, I was like, he looks like someone else. I forget. I was disappointed until the name came up. I couldn't figure out the stiletto, is what I'm saying. And then I realized it was Alfred. I was like, oh, this isn't so bad. Yeah, and he looks like a really good save unit as well. He looks a bit like Corin, but blue. And I get to now have pair up fodder, which I desperately need. I really want to build a couple of infantry units. And it looks like if you want to build a good infantry godsword or whatever, you definitely need pair up. You can't really do it without it, it seems, unless you're going to use Speed Taker, and that meta I feel like is a little bit over. You want to... I've seen Potent, but not like too high on that. I either want pair up for more flat damage reduction or just more damage out of Speed Taker, and Speed Taker takes a while to kick in, kind of, because of number of turns and stuff. So yeah, that's just how I look at it. But Alfred looks great. Excited to... I don't think I'm gonna get lucky. I don't know, you never know what you get, but I don't think that's going to be a unit that ends up in my barracks because I still don't have the original one, so I don't think this one is going to come home either. But he looks good. That's pretty much all I got to say. Blue Corin, that's pretty much all I got to say about him. He looks good, and he should perform in a similar vein. Who else we got? Who else was on that banner? I just watched it. The cameo from that Hinoka with the voice lines updated. I was saying earlier that the reason that maybe, or one of the possible reasons that Gatekeeper hasn't gotten an ult is because they weren't able to get the voice actor back in the booth. But with the Hinoka, the cameo there from Hinoka, the voice actor from Hinoka, made me think, oh, we're getting an update we're finally getting the update for the voice lines, the Japanese voice lines that the English, they kept saying that the English voice lines will be added later. It feels like now is later, finally. So it's good to see that happening. I could be wrong, but you know, Hinoka was, or maybe it was the different Hinoka, but no, that definitely was the Hinoka that we just got, the rearmed one. And she has Japanese voice line. She doesn't have any English. So hearing it in the trailer made me think that we're going to get an update soon, and these things will be added into the game. Probably a new art for May and Tiki. Probably that will happen as well during that update. But it's good to see. And the fact that, you know, the voice lines are being added, is an indication that we're probably going to get more ults of our favorite units in the year to come, in 2026. Okay, let's keep it going. This one, I think this was a loss. Yeah, I misplayed this heavily. I misplayed this one really, really bad. I forgot about the core and terrain. I needed to create space to initiate to avoid the Heimdallr thing. Also, I could have just waited. There was enough space for me to wait. Lately, I just haven't been doing that, waiting the additional terms. But also, you know, I just wasn't in my zone. Wrong place I was recording in. And that probably contributed to this loss as well. So yeah, you get to see that play out. It's not the most interesting thing in the world, but you'll just be seeing me make a ton of mistakes here, one after the other. But yeah, the voice actors look like they're back in the studios for IS. Probably happened earlier, around September or something, when the strike ended, or October, and they're just now releasing the content. So it probably takes a while. You know, we probably should give them some credit, just for keeping us in the loop of what's going on. And I guess it probably takes a while for them to actually put everything into the game and to get it fully functional. So we saw them make a mistake, a rare mistake with the Alphonse the other day. So the fact that they aren't making mistakes of that caliber often is probably something that we should applaud. You know, I don't know. That's just one perspective, I guess, you could have on the situation that is taking so long. That some of it probably isn't even their fault, since you still need to get them into the studios to record, and then you gotta upload it. And that just like uploading a YouTube video takes, for me, it takes a while to edit and upload. So you can only imagine them having to record voice lines for at least, forget how many. I'd say 20 to 30 characters, and then adding it to the game, doing whatever they have to do on the back end to edit it, cut it, snip it, upload it, digitize it. It probably takes a while, so we should probably give them a little bit of credit for the fact that they were able to get it done in it's been about 3 months or so since everything been racked up with a strike. So I guess maybe that's a good turnover. I don't know. Maybe I'm expecting too much of them. Maybe I'm being a little bit overcritical, but it's good that the lines are in the game now, and yeah, we'll see how they actually sound. Going back all the way to, I want to say, that Duo Alir, even probably before that, but that's probably the one that stands out in my mind the most. So we'll get to see what those sound like. Not that anyone is still using those units consistently these days, but for the ones that are, those loyal few, it's going to be a huge addition for them. So that's good on that one hand for the voice lines that will be added, and on the other hand for the fact that it means that you're not going to get them in to just record those specific voice lines. You're going to get them in to do more than just that. You want additional characters, future characters. They probably got them in to voice stuff for Futures Weaved as well, so that's probably another reason that you're seeing it all unfold right now. So it's just an indication of what we can expect from IS in the upcoming year. Yeah, so that's that. Units on the trailer, units from the banner. Camilla and the duo unit, the harmonic unit. Camilla and Ivy is a fantastic pairing. Finally, we get the engaged pairing, actually, and it's just bonkers. It's exactly what you thought. I love when they play into the characteristics of the characters, or you know how Camilla has her little flirty ways. Ivy's really standoffish, and the interaction between the two, it's just golden. I love when they do that, and they actually stay true to the characters. It's fantastic. It gives you the peer that you always thought about in terms of like what that peer would be like. They did exactly that with it. So that's good to see. Can't wait to get them into the game and hear the full conversation for their harmonic. And just, be able to play with them and see how fun they are. It looks like a really strong unit. I don't know. I guess it's because it's a Christmas unit, and typically we've always gotten at least one really powerful unit from the Christmas banner. Going back, you're thinking about, Winter Edelgard. The Ivy from this banner looks like the Winter Edelgard. She hits 5 times, pass, terrain. I don't think like the terrain thing is probably going to be the most impactful, because at least in Ether raids, because dual hindrance, you got to have the dual hindrance removed, or the dual unit removed, or to hit the dual button to be able to benefit from that. But then also, you know, it's probably geared towards summoner duels, which, you know, you don't have that that delay. You can just go in and do that. So I don't know, it looks like it's a good button to have. I mean, there's additional things to it, but I don't think for me personally it's something that I'm going to get the joy of using quite often. Usually by the time that the dual buttons are online, most of the enemy team is already gone and I'm just trying to clean up, so I probably won't get the benefits out of that one. Alright, so you saw that loss. I think this one is also a loss, because there's nothing like following up, you know, misplays with more misplays, and I think that's what I did here, if I remember correctly. I think so. Pot. I don't know. We'll see. We'll just watch this and see what happens. I don't know, man. Sometimes I think separate thought. Sometimes I think that the banners that we summon on are just like completely pointless, because there's going to be always a banner that power creeps it, or there's always going to be stronger units. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I think sometimes I should be saving more orbs than I do. But then also you got to enjoy the game in the stage that you're playing it in, and if you don't have the resources or the units to do that, then you probably should be summoning. But I don't know, I kind of feel like at this point in time I have enough units where I can functionally play the game without feel like I'm missing out on anything. I should probably be skipping a couple of banners, but I keep summoning. Luckily, I'm getting lucky on some of these banners, and I don't have to be spending like a massive amount to get like orb packs or anything, which is what I used to do. And then I think back on it now, like, that feels like a bunch of wasted money. But then also the joy that came with it is not something that should be overlooked, because I did thoroughly enjoy using those units that I built, and, you know, the period of time that I was playing the game semi-competitively was enjoyable as well. So no regrets is essentially what I'm saying. But yeah, going like where we are now, I just feel like it's a struggle to get the orbs, because I'm watching the clock tick down, and I'm really wondering if I'm going to be able to get the units. Oh yeah, this was a big loss. I was really shocked that Ike died here. Yeah, this was quite a surprise. Sometimes he lives and sometimes he just gets blown up. He's kind of a 50-50 type of unit. Maybe not 50-50, more like 80-20. It's like just a couple of units that are able to do that to him. And I was surprised that Marth was one of them. I kind of just surrendered out of shock.